So today, let me get straight into the meat and potato of the training. Let's start. The 3 secrets of my weird bot hack. Okay, they built my 6-figure online business without needing a list, authority, social following, or coding. Here are the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, how I replace my capture page and autoresponder with a bot without any coding. Secret number 2 is how I streamlined and automated the registration process for a multi-city, multi-timing, multi-locations, global events campaign. Now, you can imagine how complex that is because we need to do a certain number of things. We need to capture a certain number of information before I'm able to pass that on to my partner company for them to acknowledge and accept that as a lead, for them to attend the campaigns. Okay, I was working with a partner company that is internet affiliate marketing, and they basically run events. All right, so I'm just promoting the events. Secret number 3 is how I 10 times my reminders, open rates, and CRT, click-through rate, while doing less work, getting more efficient. Okay, basically is how effective my marketing communications are. Let's take a look at secret number 1. Okay, are you guys seeing this? Right? Secret number 1, how I replace my capture page and autoresponder with bot. And why do I need to do that? Let me just get into a little bit of background. And again, without any coding, just to drive the point, because a lot of people think about bot, okay, a chat bot, integrating Messenger, all that work, right? It's got to be very technical. I can assure you it is not. I'm going to show you how it is not. Okay, now, how I replace my capture page and autoresponder. This is the old standard way, right? So most companies that we work with, especially if it is a network marketing or MLM or a affiliate marketing company, they will provide the registration pages or the opt-in page or the landing page. They're all pretty much the same thing. It's an exchange of information for a link to register for something and get something in return, right? So the whole idea is to get people to attend events. As you can see here, I learned to drive Facebook ads to the registration pages provided by my partner company. And once they're registered, at a certain time in the future, they will attend events which are held globally, London, New York, Hong Kong, all over the world, okay? And they become a customer in the process. And when they register, it goes into the autoresponder or a database of my partner company. So they capture everything and they will do a follow-up on our behalf. And this is how it looks visually. Facebook ad that leads to the registration page provided by the partner company, and everybody will hopefully come and attend the actual event, okay, where the sales happens. Okay, here are a set of challenges, and this is why I needed to do what I needed to do. So for you to understand what it is first, there's no control. Second, there's no proper tracking. Third is lost registration. Fourth is lost commissions. There's no leads. I don't get to build my assets because when people register, it basically goes into the database of my partner company. I don't get to have anything unless they actually register. But those who went to the registration page but did not register, then I wouldn't know whom they are. Okay, but they are still a lead, by the way. So in that sense, I wasted a lot of ad money. Okay, so what is this? Why is this so important? Lost commission, lost registrations. Now let me go back one step and show you. Okay, so along this process, right, what happens is that where every lead that comes into the ecosystems is worth a lot of money to me because the commission is very high. This is a high ticket program. So what happens is that when someone comes into and make a sale, right, make a purchase, the commission can range from 1,250 to all the way to 20,000 plus. That's how high it is. But in this process, because I have no control, there are so many instances that registration got lost in the process. Okay, it just falls off the crack, and I will never be able to track. So that's the reason why, to me, I'm not willing to lose that registration that turns into commissions, that turns into also my leads, right? So that's the reason why I need to do something different. So I begin to learn from people who are making money, right? My mentor. So they started teaching me how to build my own landing pages. When I have my own landing pages and when I have my own autoresponder, I integrate them together. And when people register for the events, I capture the information and also capture that into my autoresponder, and I will be able to follow up with them myself on top of what is happening with the follow-up provided by my partner company. So there's two levels of follow-up. So that gives me a better chance of success. Plus, I can track who registers. I have my own database. I can compare with that of my partner company, and then I can tell them, okay, how come this person is registered with me but it's not showing up on my back office, things like that. So with that, I'm able to cut down a lot of those missing things. All right. So this is very important. So recommended solution looks like this. I begin to put in my own landing page in Bittree. Okay, but even though we have done this, right, there are still challenges because there's just too many landing pages, thank you pages that I need to create, too many email lists, too many email follow-up series. And it's a management nightmare, okay? Follow-up nightmare, reminders nightmare. There's just too much work to do. Then can you imagine this company runs many events all over the world, almost concurrently. Every month it can be like, for instance, let's just say 10 countries, 10 cities, 10 different events. Okay, every event could have 3 days, operated in 3 days to 4 days, and in between that time there could also be every day has 2 different timing, 12:30 and 6 p.m. Okay, and on top of that, there could also be different locations because day 1 can be Hotel B, Hotel A, day 2 can be Hotel B, day 3 can be Hotel C. So there's so many variables that I need to take care of. And if I were to just say I want to promote just 5 events for that month, that means I have to create 5 landing pages, 5 email lists, 5 email follow-up series, like that. And then I follow up with reminders for these 5. Can you imagine the amount of work that I have to do? Right? It's crazy. The IT system doesn't allow me to do any integration with the company for security reasons. So I have to come up with my own. So I just experimented. So I began to put in, the first thing is my own landing pages. I've mentioned that to you before. And as you can see, the next screen is where I captured it in my autoresponder, and then I move it, that information, I also integrated with my Google Sheet so that I can start tracking easily who comes into my list. All right. So the next thing I did was, instead of imagine all the different landing pages for every respective cities, every respective individual campaign events, right? I created a single landing page, which I call it a multi-city landing page. One single, by the way, the 3 screens in the middle is one single page. It's just a different folds, okay? Just scroll down, you'll see more things. So I began to have my own multi-city landing page. One single page replaces everything. Can you imagine the amount of work that I'm able to cut out from there? So that saves me a ton of work and a ton of time. So the next thing I started to experiment with, I begin to put in automation. This is where I put in my chatbot in and started experimenting as well. Then the next thing I did was, just imagine this, right? Just take a look at this slide. The difference is I removed my landing page and I use my chatbot as the landing page because I can build landing pages within chatbot itself. Okay, so that's how I experimented. And this is one sample of how I use ManyChat. By the way, there are many platforms available for doing bots, chatbots, but I have gravitated towards ManyChat because of certain reasons. They have many features that I like, including one special feature I call it the Flow Builder that allows me to build things really fast, really easily, and I can see everything, the whole flow from like 35,000 feet up like that. Okay, so it's really easy for me to do. Anyway, the right hand side shows a screen of a sample landing page, a capture page that I can build with a chatbot. Let's move on. Okay, you guys seeing this? This is really interesting because this type of automation cuts down a lot of my work. Okay, so moving forward is, how do I cut down on my autoresponder stuff that I need to do? Follow-up stuff that I need to do. So I began to experiment with automated follow-up sequence. I built this within my bot, my chatbot. One single follow-up sequence replaces all the rest of the stuff that I was doing with my autoresponder. So I basically replaced my autoresponder okay? And imagine just like my landing page, one single landing page replaces all the multiple landing pages. Right here, you are seeing one single follow-up sequence replacing all the multiple follow-up sequences for every single country respectively. And broadcasting. Broadcasting is very similar to the email concept where you just send an ad hoc email. But in this case, I use broadcasting for this specific purpose is to do reminders. And my reminder is basically to remind them to attend the event because a lot of people registers, they don't show up, okay? So if later on you will see the numbers, the percentages, if I was able to achieve let's just say 10% of people opening up my emails when I do a reminder for them to show up on email. Imagine when I use this system, it automatically have 100% to maybe even 90%, 90 to 100% of people opening up and reading the reminder message. Okay, that means I will have a better chance of converting them and reminding them and them showing up at the event. Okay. So it also allows me to build my list because the interesting thing is this, whenever they opt in and started communicating with me or going through the registration process with my bot, I will capture the information. And I know that a lot of information that I'm able to capture, I can know that they are legit because those information comes from their profile on Facebook. Previously, when I get some information, like for instance, the name, the email, I have to, when they don't reply my email, I have to go out on the internet and start to search for them. Maybe I put an email on Facebook, or try to Google them, and or LinkedIn, or whatever, right? Even if I find the same person, one single name will have many people with the same name. If I put in an email and then I found a Skype account, for instance, right? But I will never 100% sure whether that person is the right person or not. But in this case, guess what? I click on the profile and I know for sure, 100% for sure, that I am reaching the right person. So that's how powerful, and one of the very powerful reasons why you should be on a chatbot. So wrapping up, secret number one is the 3 reasons why most people should never need to manage so many moving parts. Very simple. We are too busy to handle so many things, right? We have time, especially from the feedback you guys gave me in the survey. A lot of you have full-time jobs. Okay, that gives you very little time to play with. You don't have much time. Okay, you're just too busy. Okay, you have to take care of this, take care of that. So basically, automation allows us to do things on autopilot and making us more efficient because we don't need to manage so many moving parts. Okay, simplicity is this.